McCarthy will convene a conference call with different factions of his party as he works to secure enough votes to be House Speaker. Sources say McCarthy will discuss a key concession he's offering to his critics to lower the threshold required to force a floor vote that would potentially oust a sitting speaker. Here with me now is CNN senior political commentator Scott Jennings. Scott, good morning. Great to see you. This is very interesting. So currently, just to give people context, the rule right now on what's called the motion to vacate, but essentially it's just a vote to oust the speaker, is the majority of the caucus or the conference would have to vote on that. He's saying lower it to potentially 5. Our reporting indicates that's a number that's been floated out there. What do you make of this potential deal? Good idea, bad idea?
First of all, sorry for the picture here. The sun is coming through my window here. In my
You look
office,
very angelic. Yes.
I look like an angel coming down to
you do. You're
going
going to bless us with some analysis here.
Yeah, well, this motion to vacate, essentially, if you put the power of this in one person's hand or in 5 people's hand, but McCarthy would be putting his own head in a guillotine and handing a string to the people who hate him the most. I mean, it would almost make the speakership unworkable, because anything he does, you know, you're going to have a couple of people who don't like it and then can run down to the floor and vacate the chair and really make his life miserable on a daily or weekly basis. So the people who support McCarthy the most, I don't think want him to do this, because essentially you're saying, even though 85% of the conference wants McCarthy to be speaker and to operate as speaker, we're going to put all the power in the hands of 1, 2, 3, 4, or 5 people. So it seems like an unworkable thing for the people who are, out there saying that they're committed to McCarthy's speakership. So it's a real puzzle for him, because he doesn't yet have the votes. He wants to get the votes, but the way he has to get the votes may ultimately doom his speakership.
Right. It is quite the quandary that he finds himself in. And again, just to remind people, that vote is Tuesday. It's Friday, and we have a holiday over the weekend. The members are not here. They'll all be coming in on Tuesday, so it's hard, again, to gauge kind of where people are. But what we know, Scott, is that there's these 5 hardliners that have said they're voting en bloc together against him, and that they will either vote all yes or all no, and that they, so far, have been unswayed. The fact that you and I are even having this conversation this close, and that we're talking about potentially lowering this threshold, what does that mean? Let's say that McCarthy makes it, that he does become House Speaker. Does that make him very, very weak from the outset?
Yes, of course it does. If he were to have to lower this threshold and put this power in the hands of just a very small number of people, it would put him on constant thin ice. I mean, essentially, it would give him no maneuvering room. And you could get, say, virtually everyone in the Republican conference that wanted to do something. But if you had just a couple of folks who didn't want to do it, they could throw his entire speakership into jeopardy. So it's really antithetical to the idea of majority rules. The House is kind of a majority body, right? The party that has the most seats gets to pick the speaker. And in the conference meeting, 85+% of the Republicans voted for McCarthy to be the speaker. So a majority of Republicans want McCarthy. But what the people who are holdouts here are saying is, we think the entire 435 body chamber should be put in the hands of, 5 people, which is sort of antithetical to the way the House normally operates.
Right. It's going to be really interesting to see how this plays out on Tuesday. Before I let you go, I also want to ask you about the former president's newly released tax returns. We've been talking about them in this hour. How do you see this impacting the future of presidential oversight, and how this plays out as we look forward?
Yeah, I largely agree with the Republican criticism of this today. I think it was inevitable that these were going to come out at some point, but it feels to most Republicans like it's vindictive, like that it's, just sort of a liberal, Trump hate porn, basically, on the way out here as the Republicans are about to take over. And so what I suspect you'll see a lot of Republicans say is, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. So someday down the road, there'll be some information that some Democrat doesn't want published that a Republican will publish and say, you guys started it. So it's I get the feeling it's going to set off one of these tit-for-tat battles between the parties. So I don't love it. It feels vindictive, but ultimately it always felt inevitable, to me anyway, that it would eventually come out. I'm candidly surprised that it took this long.
It took this long. Well, I mean, and it is true, though, that everyone's followed that precedent except for Trump in releasing them. So we'll see how it plays out in the future. Scott Jennings, it's always great to see you. Have a great New Year. Thanks so much for being here.
Good to see you as well. Happy New Year.